Yo, 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 what up everyone? My name is Mullen, and welcome to the channel. I want to talk to you about my new favorite mobile game, World War Doh. I like this game so much I made a YouTube channel, and if this goes well, I will purchase myself a face cam. If you clicked on this video, you probably already know what World War Doh is, but if you don't know, it is a real-time PvP game like Clash Royale, where your main objective is to kill the opponent commander or destroy more towers than them. I want to help as many of you as I can, offering tips and suggestions on what you could do to improve your game. In this game, I go by the name of Attack, and I am the leader of the club final boss. Look me up. Anyway, for this video, I have been asked for some pointers from a friend who goes by the name Prettyboyz. I told him to send me some replays and I'd offer up my insight on things what he is doing wrong and what he could do better. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, leave comments below on what you think of the video. Any tips or suggestions you may have will be very helpful. And if you want any help in the game, I will be more than happy to. Just send me your replays either through the game or YouTube. Alright, let's get started.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Okay, he's nice. Prettyboyz dropped Fish Tank. That's one of my favorite cards, and his opponent just dropped 1-800 Airstrike. He goes in with a Rage Blast, but alright, let's just stop here. What the fuck is going on? So the issue is on the opponent. He drops Airstrike right on the Fish Tank to try to blow it up, gets to 0 health, rages, keeps shooting the health tower instead of going to blow up the fish tank, so the fish tank's still going to keep popping out piranhas even though it's at 0 health. Don't ever do that. If you're going to waste airstrike to kill 2 piranhas, at least go over there and kill the fish tank too. Now for Pretty, he's sitting good. He's got a good push starting with Pete in the fish tank coming, and he's taking all the heat from the tower right now, so none of his units coming up are going to get hit by that. Alright, let's start this back up. Well, there's a nice little teleport glitch from the enemy commander. That should be fixed. Alright, but the enemy drops Major Fire Buck to push Pretty off the tower, which is a good call. Getting him off, Pretty pops health, kills the Major Fire, which is awesome because that would definitely destroy his whole lane. So now, Pretty's got a full lane in the right. We know the enemy's got 1-800 Airstrike. Pretty should be gathering as much dough as he can right now to try to make a push in the left lane, because you know that 1-800 Airstrike is going to get dropped at some point. And there it is. Okay, and also very bad placement of the teleport by Pretty. The enemy commander can easily walk around that, but obviously couldn't figure it out there, and second time's the charm. Alright, let's see what happens. He drops P and the Witch in the right lane. So in hindsight, you should drop the Witch in the other lane so the enemy has to drop something over there to stop the Witch. Now you can put Yetlings in the right lane and it stops his Pete and the Witch. Major Fire gets dropped, Pete's dead, Pretty has no units left, and he is on the back push. Alright, stop real quick. So just a quick tip here, don't drop Yetlings right in front of Major Fire if Major Fire is attacking. Pretty lucked out here, but for any reason he's shooting his flamethrower, all 3 Yetlings are dead, won't even freeze the Major Fire. Okay, let's resume. Okay, Pretty teleports in, rages to finish off that tower. Now we know the commander also has magic missiles. What a fun deck he's running. Okay, let's stop right here. Okay, let's look at the scenario. The enemy's missing a tower, Pretty's winning. Pretty's got half health. It's about 56 seconds until he can pop health again. So we know the commander has 1-800 Airstrike and magic missiles, which are just made to just deal damage to the commander. So Pretty should be avoiding all combat as he can, as he has 1 minute and 21 seconds left right in this game. So he needs to wait for that health to come back before he can make any kind of push. Okay, let's resume. Okay, so the enemy's underneath the towers taking damage. Pretty can engage here. He's getting all the help from his towers. Alright, so his piranhas aren't even hitting him right now, so Pretty should probably try to move away and make the commander go right. If he goes right, the piranhas are going to go right, and they aren't going to get hit by the teleport, so they'd be helping him there. There comes the airstrike. Alright. Let's see what happens. He's going in for his dough barrel right now, so what that means is he has magic missiles. Pretty should be moving left right now to the fish tank because magic missiles are about to come in, and as long as he's there, more units are going to get hit, and as I predicted, there they are. Okay, let's see what happens next. Enemy comes in, rages. It's not looking good for Pretty. Okay, let's stop. Okay, so Pretty drops the teleport to keep the enemy commander from chasing him as he's raging. Pretty, as soon as he got off the ramp, he should have ran left. If he ran left instead of going straight, the enemy can almost always is going to drop a unit right behind that middle line to try to finish you off. If he ran left, at least the major fire wouldn't deal any damage that he's about to do, just to give Pretty a little bit more health. Only because we know the commander's got magic missiles and 800 airstrike. Alright, let's start. So the Pretty does end up taking little damage from major fire, and here's the airstrike, and now the game is over. Alright, so let's take a look at this. So here's where it went wrong for Pretty, in my opinion. He should have moved to the right when he dropped the bunch of piranhas. As soon as the enemy drops that teleport to get them off of him, he moves to the right, piranhas help him. They deal more damage, probably get him to move off the tower more, and less damage on Pretty because the enemy commander is going to have to move. When facing an 800 airstrike deck or a magic missile deck like Pretty's facing right now, the key for the enemy is to get as much dough as possible. So if you ever want to win against these decks, what you need to do is just hound them. Don't let them get dough. Keep them off that dough barrel. If anything, try to steal the dough barrel if you have a good push against them. And that's really the only way to take these guys down. In my opinion, 800 Airstrike, a lot of people now think it's a really good card. It is a really good card. It was a lot better when it only cost 5 dough. But being 6 dough, you use that, you really don't get too many wins, in my opinion. At least with me, I always just draw these decks or I beat them. I've never been beaten by an 800 Airstrike deck and Magic Missile deck like this. They waste too much dough, you're too dough dependent, and if you just keep pressure on the enemy commander and don't let them get dough, they're never going to beat you. In my opinion, these kind of decks are probably good for mid-tier levels, but once you get to the higher tier ranks, they're pretty much useless in my opinion. You can still find a way to use them, but if they use Dan, if they use Spellgrounding Rod, anything like that to just negate the effects of by healing the tower or just by canceling out the effects of these cards, it makes these decks just useless, and honestly, I don't think you should use them. Alright, let's go to the next video. I really wish replays would let you see what the cards they're using, so this would be a lot easier for me instead of trying to guess what Pretty's about to use. So, Pretty's got a bunch of piranhas coming. He drops Rage, blows them up, good call, chases the commander, hits the infestation mine, and then teleports to the health, which if he's going to use teleport to your tower to help you kill that minion. Drops Troop Trap, and that disappeared real quick. Okay, that's definitely a glitch in the game. If anybody's developers watching this, take a look at that. Definitely didn't last the 3 seconds it's supposed to. Alright, let's stop here real quick. So we know the enemy used Rage. So his Rage is out. He's not going to hit that Witch. He's not going to blow it up by hitting the Piranhas. So Pretty should have definitely dropped that Witch in the left lane or held on to the 3 dough entirely. I know it's hindsight because what you see right now is Magic Missiles popping up. But that should have been the play. Don't drop Witch unless you know the commander is going to blow it up. And the only way they're going to blow it up is with a Rage Blast. Only way you're going to have him kill that Witch. The only option you really want to use when you drop a Witch is to put it in a lane. Make sure, I sound like a broken record, make sure that it is going down one lane while you are pushing up the other lane, because the enemy is going to have to drop something on the other side to stop it, and that's something less you're going to have to deal with on the tower you want to actually blow up. Alright, let's resume. Magic Missiles come down, kill his Witch and the 2 Piranha. Uses the teleport to knock him off his dough. Good call, so at least he can't get anything, especially after expending all his dough on Magic Missiles. Pete comes out for Pretty. Right now, Pretty should be walking up behind his Pete, and at least if he did that, then he could walk behind the enemy's Pete and kill him so his units can keep pushing up. Nighttime's out for Pretty. All he has left now is a Piranha and his Buck. He drops Yetlings, freezes his Pete. Pretty rages, starts shooting Pete, but because he has no units left in front, Pete turns and blocks his shots. At least he kills the bunch of Piranha, but still Pete is alive. Again, he drops his teleport to knock him off his dough, but as you can see, this is hurting him now. as the enemy has Zeppelin coming in to kill his tower. Let's just pause real quick. So the first teleport Pretty used earlier on worked because the enemy just used magic missiles that took all the dough that he had and used it all on that one card. But you don't always want to do this. The enemy can catch on. He knows you're going to do it. He can get ready for it. As this enemy was, he drops the Zeppelin in counter of Pretty dropping the teleport. Now, Pretty has no way of blocking this Zeppelin out. His Rage Tower is down. He's got no cards. He's at half health. This is a great push by the enemy, and Pretty's kind of just screwed at this point. But, all right, let's see what happens next. Pretty drops Nighttime to stall off the commander a little bit longer, but the enemy uses bananas. That just blows up the tower. Now he Pretty uses teleport again. Smart move, at least gets the Zeppelin off of him. Alright, let's stop right here. So what Pretty should be doing right now is attacking the enemy so he can't get that 5 dough. The enemy probably has very little dough at this point, probably maxing whatever Pretty has. Pretty's kind of in a little hectic situation because his tower just got lost. The Zeppelin's still alive. He's trying to get dough to be able to stop any kind of other push the guy's getting. But the enemy has 5 dough, and Pretty is no way trying to stop him from getting this at this point. So the enemy is going to be able to get another push going by getting all this dough. Alright, let's resume. Alright, so the Zeppelin shouldn't even be hitting the tower that far away. Probably just a little glitch in the game. Also, Pretty is shooting it pretty far too. That's probably just some kind of lag we're not seeing. Infestation Mine only hits the Pete. That's good. It's going to be a little minion. Only if you hit the Infestation Mine, it'll be a super minion. Pretty drops Rage to blow up those guys and to shoot the Zeppelin out. Pretty drops Fish Tank. He should be cycling the teleport, which he does. I don't know how that teleport didn't hit the Zeppelin. Bananas on the Zeppelin, and that tower is just dead. This game's pretty much over. There's 30 seconds left. Pretty needs to kill 2 towers. It's just not going to happen. This game's pretty much over. So let's just watch it to the end and see what happens. I even think Pretty knows it's over. At least he got 1 tower out of it. At least it's not a total loss. And yeah, alright, let's just stop it here and let's go over this video. So here's where it went wrong for Pretty. At the beginning, we saw him do the same thing, drop a teleport over the enemy dough barrel to knock him off. It worked then because the enemy just dropped magic missiles, which wasted all of his remaining dough. So that was good, keeping him off, so he had barely anything. Here, Pretty had no idea how much the enemy had in dough. So this is what cost him the game. He drops the teleporter over the dough barrel and has no way to block the Zeppelin, which the enemy commander just takes full advantage of. Ends up pretty much winning this game off of that one play. Now, my advice to Pretty is just be careful, always trying to stop the enemy from getting a dough barrel. It's not a good call to do that all the time. Sometimes it works, yes, but the majority of the time you don't. You want to keep onto that second half of the teleport to block any kind of push the enemy can put onto you. So I'm sure if Pretty put the teleport down to block the Zeppelin instead of putting it over the dough barrel at the end there, he probably would have ended up either drawing or winning this game. It would have been definitely a different outcome than what happened. So pretty much just be careful. Don't always try to do the same tricks over and over again in a game. You always got to be careful of that because a good enemy commander will catch on to what you're doing and try to avoid it and not make the same mistake twice. But alright guys, that wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you want any kind of help at all in this game, please just send me any replay you want, either through YouTube, find me on the game. Again, my name is Attack from Final Boss. Thanks.